Hello guys, Brad here again with another fragrance review. Today's review will be on New York Yankees Eau de Toilette. The bottle looks like this on the back there. Inside the card there is a little write-up here. Let me show you what it says here. New York Yankees fragrance epitomizes the winning style of the greatest team in baseball, capturing a sporty and confident attitude. This fresh, woody scent introduces an invigorating blend of sparkling bergamot, coriander, and cool blue sage. As it evolves, the fragrance reveals a fusion of crisp ivy leaves, orange flower, and geranium, enhanced with rich, earthy patchouli, smooth sandalwood, and suede to create a timeless masculine scent. So, this fragrance was just released this year, classified as a woody aromatic. And it pretty much gives you the notes there, but a fragrantica, top notes bergamot, coriander, blue sage, middle notes ivy leaves, geranium, orange blossom, and in the base patchouli, smooth sandalwood, and suede, just like it says here on the card. I know a lot of people in the community are gonna pretty much write this one off before they even smell it. You know, it looks like a gimmicky type of a fragrance. Obviously, if you love the New York Yankees, that's going to make it a little bit more appealing. I know a lot of people probably don't like the Yankees. I'm not sure how the Met fans feel about the Yankees. I do know that a large portion of the fragrance community does seem to hub around New York City, so definitely would think that a lot of people in New York City would have at least given this one a sniff if they had a tester or something available. My thoughts on it is that's actually pretty nice. It just has that really nice, well, I wouldn't necessarily say overly unique smell, but for people that don't have a lot of fragrances, especially, I think they're going to like the smell of this one. And even myself, having a lot of fragrances, I can appreciate some of the subtle nuances here as well. It starts off really nice and fresh. Has like this orange floral in the opening. Very nice. It kind of reminds me of like if you took like Fahrenheit 32, took away the vanilla, or maybe like Chanel Laura Homme Edition Sport, and you know you just took out the aldehydes, kind of like that. Just, you know, typical nice orange fresh floral type smell. But after about 15-20 minutes, some of these other notes start to come out. You get that almost slightly bitter green, leafy, earthy, herbal thing going on, and it kind of conjures up some slight comparisons to like some of the older classic fragrances that you might expect from a fragrance house like a Zaro, Aramis, or Ralph Lauren. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. You get like the fresh, modern aspect, kind of blending in with some of the more traditional, classic masculine. So it's like, almost like a hybrid of sorts. You know, the backdrop isn't really that overdone. So I think most people are just going to perceive this as a fresh, modern scent. But if you, really pick apart the notes, you will pick up on the ivy leaf and the sage. I thought it was pretty nice. Let's get into some scores here. The smell, I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. I would say, if you like those fresh kind of scents like Love and Luck, Chrome Legend, stuff like that, it's kind of in that same, category of fragrances. A nice fresh fragrance with some citrus and stuff like that. So I give it an 8 for smell. Uniqueness, I'm going to give it a 7.5. Doesn't like, set the bar or anything, but I think the way it does kind of blend in some of those more traditional notes with the modern notes, it kind of gives it a little bit more uniqueness than some other fragrances in the same category. Longevity and projection, I give it 7.5 out of 10. I would expect to get 3 or 4 hours on this one, which isn't outstanding, but for a sporty, fresh fragrance, I would say at least average or slightly above average. Price point, here's where it's kind of interesting. I think at Macy's, we're looking at about maybe $60 a bottle or $70. I'm not sure if I would, you know, get too excited about that. But over at eBay, we're seeing some pricing at around 30, 35. Now that's where it starts to get a bit interesting. For that price, you know, if you need something for yourself or also just as a gift, this would be a great one to check out. If you have a friend, relative, loves the Yankees, but you know they really should step up their game a little bit with fragrances. If they're still wearing like the Old Spice, the Brut, the Polo, this one could be a good kind of a gateway fragrance to the modern fresh fragrances of today because of some of the more traditional, like the ivy, geranium, sage notes in the background there. So pretty good choice for a gift, especially if someone already loves the Yankees. Versatility could be a great signature scent. 10 out of 10 for versatility. Overall, I'm looking at about 8.5 out of 10 for this one. If you can get it for $30, $35, almost a no-brainer. Even if you don't like the Yankees, you might want to swallow your pride for a second and still give it a sniff. Great fragrance. I'm liking it a lot. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.